I'm Mike Huckman at the Bio Buzz Center, where I am pleased to welcome Mitch Horowitz, who is the Vice President and Managing Director of the Battelle Technology Partnership Practice, which in conjunction with Bio has issued this biennial, not biannual, but biennial, that means once every 2 years, kind of pulse check report on the state of the biotechnology industry. Thanks for being here. So this kind of contains what I would say is a glass half full, glass half empty story. Let's talk about the half full side first, which is 110,000 plus jobs created in the industry over the past decade or so. But what I find most startling is that wages are on average 80% greater than the average in all other sectors.
That's right.
And they're growing faster than in other sectors.
That's right. Well, I mean, people have to understand about the biosciences. It's one of the leading advanced manufacturing industries in the US. And so it's going to have jobs that are going to be very high value in terms of what they're producing. But it's not just PhDs and MDs that drive this industry. It's technicians, it's regulatory affairs, it's quality control, it's folks who are really bringing the products to market.
And so what does this say though about the path forward? Because if they've already grown that much exponentially higher and they're already up here versus down here, is there still runway left?
Right. Well, this is an amazing sector. I got started in the 1990s. We were at the birth of biotechnology as an industry driver. So here we are 20, 30 years later, and we're still at the beginning of it. And what we are seeing is an enormous amount of advancement ahead of us. And we can see that because we can see the innovations coming out of our universities. We can also see what's in the pipeline in terms of commercialization. And this is going to be the biocentury. We're going to use biotechnology to not only figure out about food security, we're going to figure it out around how to have a sustainable economy in terms of the specialty chemicals used in our society, and we're going to, of course, heal the world with it.
So now let's pivot to the glass half empty side, which is you raise a couple of red flags in the report. One of them is that funding at the National Institutes of Health is either flat to declining, and on the outside, you are seeing a marked reduction in what you call risk capital. So venture capitalists who are willing to invest in high risk, high reward pursuits.
Absolutely. So if you think about the biosciences as a really important innovation industry, it's sort of like a pipeline, and you have the beginning end is you got to have research discoveries. You got to be advancing the sciences, and then you got to kind of make the translation, and then ultimately you got to bring it to market. So when you think about both the issue about research and then you think about venture capital, it's kind of like either side of this continuum is in trouble. So it's not just NIH, by the way, it's all federal funding. It's really about basic research that needs to be continually fed. And we don't know where it's going to lead, but we do know that all the things in genomics, all of the regenerative medicine, all of the new kinds of ways of doing biomass and converting it into new kinds of specialty chemicals, all happens and it all starts at the beginning.
What can be done about it though?
Well, I think it's what we're seeing first is that both the industry and universities are thinking differently today. We have a concept called open innovation. And that open innovation means that industry recognizes they don't have all the best ideas, and also it's, global economy, it's very hard for them to invest in basic research. So they're developing new kinds of partnerships with universities and research institutes, and it's not just in biomedical. We hear about what Pfizer's doing, and they have a therapeutic center that they co-locate labs with universities, and you have Lilly in Indiana right now partnering with the universities, with Roche and their philanthropy coming together and bringing them together. But it's taking that all the way through, and so right now what we're seeing is an opportunity to, in a sense, remake our ecosystem. The US earned its position in the biosciences. We were not the world leaders in the biosciences at the beginning of the 20th century. We earned it through innovation, and I think we're now going to be creating new innovative models to move that forward.
So challenges and opportunities. Mitch Horowitz, who says that the 21st century is going to be the biocentury.